Quadratic factorization. Today we're going to take a quadratic expression and we're going to be able to factorize it into two brackets. A quadratic is just something which has a squared term as the highest power. The quadratic general form is x squared plus bx plus c, where b and c are numbers. And what we're going to do with our factorization is we're going to use some tricks. Now this second sign, which I've pointed an arrow to, tells you if both signs are the same or are different. And these are the signs which we're going to be putting into our two brackets. Now if it's a plus, as it has above, it means that both signs are going to be the same. Now that could be both plus, or it could mean both minus. Don't forget your bracket. If it's a minus, that could mean that both the signs are different. For example, it could be a plus and a minus, or a minus and a plus. Now that's the second sign on there. So we're going to look at same signs with both plus. Now the last sign tells us that both signs are going to be the same. The first sign, the plus there, tells us that both signs are going to be plus. A plus means they're both plus. Now the last sign, because it's a plus, it tells that we want factors of the last number 6 that add up to the middle number 5. So we go through these: 1 times 6, 2 times 3. We stop at 2 times 3 because 2 and 3 add up to give us 5. We take our factors and we put them into our brackets when preceding both brackets by x and plus, because both signs are the same and both signs are plus, and we just put our factors into either one. This is our final answer. If we have same signs with both minus, the last sign there, because it's a plus, it tells us that both signs will be the same. The first sign, the minus, tells us that both signs will be negative. Now because we've got a plus in the last sign, it's telling us that we want factors of 9, the last number, that add up to give us 6. So we look at our factors of 9. We've got 1 times 9, and we've got 3 times 3, and we're going to stop at 3 times 3 because they both add up to give us 6. Again, we set up our brackets as so, with the x at the start. We put 2 minuses in because both signs are the same and they're both minus, and we just put our 3's in. This is our final answer. If we have different signs though, with what I'm going to call a large positive number in the middle, let's look at the last sign. This tells us, because it's negative, that both signs will be different. You can only get a different sign by multiplying a plus and a minus. So we want now factors of the last number, 9, with a difference. The difference, because it's a minus, and that's going to be again of 8, the middle number. So we go through this: 1 times 9, and we stop there because with our first factor we've found our difference of 8. So we set up our brackets. We put x at the start, we put a plus and a minus because both signs are different, and then because we have a plus on our middle number, our larger factor 9 goes with the plus and our smaller factor goes with the 1. So the plus 8x, the middle sign, tells us the bigger factor is positive. We're now going to look at different signs with what I call a large negative. The last sign is a minus, so this tells us that we're going to be looking at different signs with a plus and a minus in our brackets. We're also going to be looking at factors of 21 with a difference. The minus again tells us it's going to be a difference of 4, the middle number, which is 1 times 21, 3 times 7, and we stop here because 3 times 7 have a difference of 4. We now look at the first sign, which is a minus. This tells us that the larger factor is going to go on the negative sign. So when we set up our brackets with x at the start and a plus and a minus for different signs, as so, we put our 7, the larger factor, on the negative and 3 on the positive.